Prelim paper 2023. This is for Nanyang Primary Paper 1. Okay, so no calculators are allowed for this paper. Question 1. Round 76,523 to the nearest 100. Okay, so here we have the hundreds place, which is a 5. Behind the 5 is a 2. So when if it's a 2, we round it down to 76,500. Okay, because this is the nearest 100, not nearest 1,000. So answer option 1. Question 2, 89.76, which digit is in the tenths place? Now, this is a tenth. So we're talking about after the decimal point. It is the first value after the decimal point. So answer 2. Question 3, what is the length of the paper clip in the figure below? Okay, so you need to identify where is the start point and where is the end point. This is a 2, this is a 3. In between, there are 5 intervals. So this is 2.2, 2.4, 2.6. And over here, this is 4.8. Okay, because 0.2 less than 5. So 4.8 minus 2.6. This will give us 2.2, so answer option 2. Question 4, which two lines are parallel to each other? Okay, parallel means that they are lines that will never touch, right? They will never meet. So which two lines are parallel? Do not confuse them with the perpendicular lines. We're not looking for right angles. We're not looking for perpendicular. Parallel lines. Okay, let's check each of them. AD and HE. Are they parallel? Now, how do you check if they are parallel? You just need to check where, at which point, like the corner of a square, it starts from that point until which point does it end when it's touching another corner of a square. So for this, from the start of A, right, all the way to this, you're cutting across 4 squares. But if you look at HE, where it starts, H here, and where it touches the corner of a square, is not until it reaches E. So can you see that it cuts across different number of squares? So AD and HE are not parallel. Okay, how about AH and DE? AH, DE. Now AH is a vertical line, right? But DE is definitely not. So no, they are not parallel. So you're supposed to use the grid to help you, okay? Not use like estimation and look just by looking at them. No, you have to use the grid. How about BG and DE? BG, DE. Okay. So same thing. BG, starting from B, cuts across like that, right? From one corner of the square to the other corner. DE, from here, it doesn't touch that corner of the square until it reaches E. So can you see that they are cutting across different number of squares? So those are not parallel. BG and CF. Okay, BG, CF, are they parallel? BG, we have checked that it cuts across 2 squares, right? How about CF? Look for a corner of a square. So here, you see it cuts like that. All right, so or you can also look at from F. From F, it cuts across 2 squares. Same like BG. Okay, a portion of the line cuts across 2 squares. So yes, they are parallel. So answer option 4. Okay, question 5. Figure below, WPRT is a square. QWU, SWV are straight lines. Then you have 13 degrees, 28 degrees. Find UWV, which is this angle over here. Now, if you have straight lines cutting across like an X, right? Then you have vertically opposite angles. So this is the same as this. TWP is 90 degrees because it's part of a square. So we can just take 90 minus 28 and 13. Okay, minus 28 and 13, you get this angle here. But this angle is actually the same as this because vertically opposite. Because it must be two straight lines, which the question gave. If they are not straight lines, then you cannot use this property. So answer 2. Question 6, we have a rhombus, WXY, VWXY. Then you have a straight line, you have 36 degrees. Find VYZ, the angle marked out over here. Now, for a rhombus, you have equal lines, you have parallel lines, right? So this equal, which means that you have isosceles, this is 36. Then for parallel lines here, can you see a Z over here? You have your alternate angles. So parallel lines, then a line cutting through. Okay, that's a Z. And this must also be 36. So to find angle VYZ, we take 180. Angles on a straight line, so 180 minus 36 minus 36. You'll get 108. So answer option 3. Question 7. Figure below shows a cuboid. Which one is not a net of the cuboid? Okay, let's look at all of them. Try to figure out. So you have, let's say this is the side. The two sides. Then if you fold this down, and then you fold this down, this will wrap around the sides, right? Maybe let's call it front and back instead of sides. Okay, front, back. So all these will wrap around the front side. And this is a net of a cuboid. How about 2? 2, you have front and the back. If you fold all of these down, it will actually touch each of the side of the front. Okay, so this one will also give you a net of a cuboid. So if it's a net of a cuboid, you eliminate. How about 3? If this is the front, this is the back. Now notice this will touch the side, this will actually touch this side, and then this is here. So what's missing is this portion here. And if you fold this, down, right, you'll end up with this and this overlapping. Okay, not sure if you can imagine. So basically, this one will be like next to each other, right? Wrapping around here, here, and here. But this one will not be touching this side of the back. Okay, a bit hard to explain here, but I hope you can visualize what I'm trying to say. Or you could go by elimination. Okay, those that you can see, you can like visualize, right? Then you can eliminate if they are the nets of the cuboid. Okay, let's look at the last one. You have a front here, back here. Now, if you were to fold this down, right, then this side, okay, this side will be touching this one, right? And all the other three sides will actually touch the sides of this B here. Okay, so all four sides have one each. So this will be a net of a cuboid. So the one that is not is 3. Okay, so if you have problems doing visualizing nets of figures, you can actually do by elimination. That's your best bet. Okay, question 8. Kenneth had J pens at first. He gave away 9 pens, packed the remaining into 5 packets. There were 6 pens in each packet. How many did Kenneth have at first? Okay, so the number of pens that were packed, right? There were 5 packets, 6 pens in each. So 5 times 6, okay, which is 30. Then before that, he actually gave away 9. So at first will be 30 plus the 9 he gave away. So total, he has 39. Option 4. Okay, next. Question number 9. Pie chart shows the amount of money Jessica spent on the different items on her trip. Amount of money Jessica spent on the different items on her trip is also represented by the bar graph below. So the bar graph for the amount of money spent on shopping has not been drawn. How much did she spend on shopping? Okay, so if you look at the diagram, right, and then you compare it to the bar graph, food is a quarter. Okay, let's find out all these values first. This is 500. This is 800. This is 500. Okay, so 800, 500, 500. So if 1/4 is 800, then we find 3/4, like the rest of it. $800 times 3, so 2,400. Then you minus away hotel and airfare. Which is 1,400. So how much did she spend on shopping? 1,400. Okay. Question 10. Diagram shows the door of a classroom. Which of the following could be the height of the door? Okay, let's you can also do elimination for this question. Okay, what is definitely out? 2 cm is definitely out. That's way too small. 2,000 cm, every 100 cm is 1 meter. So 2,000 will be 20 meters. So you know, a height of a person is like 1 point something meters only, right? You can't have like 20 meters tall door. So this is out. 0.2 meters, 0.2 meters is the same as 20 cm. Okay, 20 cm is, your ruler is about 15 cm, right? So your door is not going to be 20 cm. So that's out. So 2 meters. So if a person is 1 point something meters, it's just a bit more. So 2 meters, the door for the person to enter. Okay, so answer 2. Question 11, 3 points are drawn on a square grid below. Eve is standing within the grid. She stands at a location northwest of X and north of Y. So in what direction is Z from Eve? Okay, so she's standing northwest of X. Okay, so north, south, west, and east. Northwest of X. Northwest is this direction. And by the way, right, you know, northwest, you have to cut through the grid like diagonally. You cannot cut it like, you have to touch the corner of the square. You can't touch like in the middle of it or go to Y. You have to cut 45 degrees. Okay, northwest must be 45 degrees here. Then, okay, maybe we just draw all the way on the grid. Because I don't know which point on the grid is the point on, okay? So what I'm trying to do is northwest of X. So I took X as the starting point. I go northwest. So this direction. This direction. Then north of Y. Okay, let's do north of Y in another color. North of Y means from Y upwards. Then can you see that this is the intersecting point? Okay, so that is actually where Eve is. This is Eve. She's standing there. But the question is not about where she's standing, but which direction is Z from Eve? Okay, so from Eve, from Eve means this is your compass, your compass, then this is your north. So what is Z? Z is this direction. And this will be west, between west and south, so southwest. Okay, so answer southwest. So a few steps to get the answer. Question 12, Andy had 1,600 white marbles and some black marbles at first. After buying 1,200 red marbles, 5/9 of his marbles were black marbles and red marbles. What fraction of the marbles were red in the end? Okay, so we know the number of white, which is 1,600. Black, we don't know, question mark. So there is a change, red, we add 1,200 because he bought 1,200 more red, and in the end 5/9 were black and red. Okay, so take note there are actually 3 colors: white, black, and red. Initially there's only white and black, but then we add a third color. Okay, so this 5/9, I will write 5/9 is B plus R, right? So like 5 units. If 5/9 are black and red, then the rest must be white. And the rest will be 4/9. So 4 units. Okay, so if you look at this change, right, what didn't change? The white didn't change. White is 1,600. So this 4 units must be 1,600. Then we find 1 unit, which is 400. What fraction were red in the end? We're looking for red. No, sorry, we know red is 1,200, right? Because there's 0 red at first, we add 1,200. So what we need to know is the total in the end, which is 9 units. So 9 times 400, 3,600. So the ratio, the fraction of red out of the total, when we simplify, is 1/3. Okay, so answer 1. Question 13. Beaker A and B contain some water as shown. How many more liters of water are there in beaker A than B? Okay, let's read off the readings that is not given. I mean, only 400 is given. So we need to figure out like what is each interval. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 intervals. So 4,000 divided by 8 is 50. Each of them is 50. Okay, let's write down 400 divided by 8 equals to 50. So this is 50. So this is 100. Okay, maybe let's list by hundreds. 100, 200, 300. So beaker A is 350 ml. Beaker B, you can see this is the halfway point, right? So this is 100. Between 100 to 200. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 intervals. 5 intervals means each interval will be 100 divided by 5, which is 20. Okay, so this over here will be 120, 140, 160. So 160 ml. How much more liters of water? Okay, so take note it's liters. Okay, let's minus first. This will be 190. 190 ml is 0.19 liters. Okay, so answer is 4. If you have chosen 2, then it's wrong because they're asking for liters, not ml. Question 14, Mrs. Raj baked some muffins. 1/4 were blueberry muffins, 2/5 of them were chocolate, and the rest were strawberry muffins. What was the ratio of the number of strawberry muffins to blueberry to chocolate? Okay, so if blueberry is 1/4, then chocolate is 2/5. Then the rest will be strawberry, right? What we need to do first is to convert the two fractions into same denominator so that we can compare across. Okay, 4 and 5 common multiple is 20. So I'll change both to over 20. So the first one times 5, the second one times 4 to get 8. So for strawberry, you have to minus off. This will be 7 over 20. Okay, then now answer the question. What is the ratio? Now, don't assume that it's B to C to S. This is strawberry first, blueberry, then chocolate. Strawberry, blueberry, chocolate. So 7, 5, 8. Answer 4. Question 15. Jinxiang uses 4 letters, K, L, M, and N, to form a pattern. The first 25 letters are shown. What letters in the 338th position? Okay, so if you study the pattern here, it's actually repeating. So we need to know at which point it starts to repeat. K, L, M, M, K, L, N, K, L, M, M, K, L, N. Okay, so K, L, M, M, K, L, N. 7 letters in one group. You check the rest, okay? Make sure that it's really those 7 letters that are repeating. Okay, so 338. We want to find like how many groups are there. So we divide by 7. Here we do long division. 4, 28, 58. So this is a 6. 56, 2. Okay, so 46 remainder 2. Sorry, 48, 48, not 46. 8 times 7 is 56. Okay, so 48 remainder 2. This remainder of 2, right, means that you will have 48 sets of that. Doesn't matter. What we want to look at is the remainder. Remainder 2 means the next 2 letters. So you start off with K, second letter is L. So the second one is L. It will end off with L. So option 3. Okay, booklet B. Question 16. Jane had 32 stickers. She gave 3/8 of the stickers to her cousin. How many stickers did she have left? So if she gave away 3/8, means that she's left with 5/8. So 5/8 of 32, we can take 5/8 times 32. No calculators. So we want to make it easier to calculate, right? Simplify first. 32 is the same as like 32 over 1. So you are going to simplify top and bottom. 8 and 32, you can divide by 8. Divide by 8, which is 4. So you end up with 5 times 4 numerator, 1 times 1 denominator, which is just 20. So she's left with 20 stickers. Question 17, express this in km. Okay, from meters to km, you just have to divide by 1,000. Divide by 1,000 means that your decimal point is here. It's going to jump 3 times to the left. Okay, so 16.025. Don't forget the 0. If you don't put 0, it's wrong. Okay, question 18. Shape the least number of squares to form a symmetric figure with line AB as the line of symmetry. Okay, so this here, half, right? Half a square. So this one is half a square away from the line. So half a square away, shape this. Next, this is right next to the line, so here. And then this one is half a square away, so half a square away is this one here. Question 19, find the volume of the solid. Okay, how we're gonna count this systematically. Let's start off with the tallest column. How tall is the tallest column? The tallest one is 4 cubes high, so this is a 4. Second layer, 3 cubes high. Then the next layer, so if it's 3 cubes high, I write down 3. So I know that I need to add 3 2 times. Then the two layer columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, maybe let me write down. So 4 plus 2 times 3 plus 5 times of 2. Then the last layer, 1 only, 2 times 1. Okay, so this is 4 plus 6 plus 10 plus 2. This will give us 22. So answer 22 cubic cm. Question 20. Govinda stacked 13 unit cubes and glued them together to form the solid below. So you're supposed to draw the side view of the solid on this grid here. Okay, so let's just check 13 unit cubes. And you have to take it that they start from the bottom up. Okay, so you should not have cubes that are floating. So 13, 4 here. Then 4 below, 4 in the second layer, that's 12 already, right? 4, 4, 4, that's 12. And then the top one, 13. Okay, so we know that this cube here is 2 layers tall. All right. Okay, but sometimes we are not able to tell if there's a cube there. Then you have to count. But this one, okay, this one is quite obvious that there is a cube over there. And anyway, if there isn't, it will not affect the side view. Okay, maybe let's highlight. Highlight where is the side view. Side view, you definitely see this, right? On the side. Then you'll see this. and also this one. Okay, so let's draw the bottom two first. Use a ruler. I can't use a ruler in this case, but you use a ruler. Okay, then you have 3 wrapping around the right one. So here, oops, like that. And then 1 on top of the middle one, the middle column. Okay, so this is what your diagram should look like. Question 21. List all the common factors of 12 and 42. Okay, let's list down all the factors first. 12, 1 times 12, 2 times 6, 3 times 4. For 42, 1 times 42, 2 times 21, 3 times 14. 4, no, 5, no, 6 times 7. Okay, so all the common ones will be 1. We have 2. We have 3. And that's all. No, we have 6 also. Yes, 6. Okay, then we have 1, 2, 3, and 6. Okay, question 22. Bala bought 3 pens and 2 files. Total cost of 3 pens and 2 files was $765. So Bala gave the cashier $50 to buy the 3 pens and 2 files. How much change did he receive? So if he gives $50 and the cost is actually only $765, he's going to get back a lot of change, right? So let's find out how much is this. So 50 minus 760. So this is without calculator. So how you can calculate is 50 minus 7 is 43. $43 minus 65 cents. You'll get $42 and 35 cents. Okay, or you can do the working. If you want to do the working, you have to write 0.00 and then you minus. Okay, so you borrow from the 5, becomes 4. Then you borrow again to the next number. You borrow again, this is 10. 10 minus 5, 9 minus 6. This is 2, 4. Okay, so 42.35. Part B, Chandra bought 9 such pens and 6 such files. How much did he pay? So from the question, 3 pens and 2 files cost $765. And this 9 pens, 6 files, right, is actually just 3 times of this. So all you need is 2 times 3 to the whole thing to find the cost of 9 pens, 6 files. And you're working. So when you do this, the decimal point must be at the same place. Okay, so 5 times 3, 15. 6 times 3, 18, plus 1, 19. 7 times 3, 21, plus 1 is 22. So $22.95. So actually what this question is testing you more on is like whether you know how to minus and multiply decimals. Okay, whether you use the right method to get the answer. Question 23. Amina arrived at the food center at 17:05, which is 5:05 p.m. She spent 5 12-hour having dinner then she spent twice the amount of time traveling to a cinema. What time did she reach the cinema? So you need to use the 24-hour clock. Okay, let's change to minutes first. It's easier to see. 5/12 of an hour. To change, okay, so to change, like, if you want to express it in terms of minutes, let's put it to like over 60. 12, how do you get 60? You times 5, so numerator 5 times 5. This is 25 minutes. Or you can take 512 times 60. Because if you want to convert hours to minutes, you times 60. So this is 25 minutes that she spent having her dinner there. She spent twice the amount of time traveling to the cinema. So 25 minutes times 2, which is 50 minutes. Okay, so let's find total time. Total time taken, 25 minutes and 50 minutes. 75 minutes, which is 1 hour and 15 minutes. Okay, then do timeline. She started at 15:05. 1 hour, 15 minutes later is 18:20. So this is the answer, 18:20. Question 24. Mr. Tan sold 40 cars in 2021. In 2022, he sold 50 cars. What was the percentage increase from 2021 to 22? Okay, so percentage increase is increase over original times 100%. So what is the increase? So the increase is 50 minus 40, which is 10. So percentage increase will be 10 over the original. When we compare, we are comparing to 2021, right? The one that happened first. So the original will be 40. Then times 100%. So 10 over 40 is 1/4. 1/4 of 100 is 25. So 25%. Question 25. C1 used the calculator to divide a number by 7. She made a mistake by pressing 4 instead of 7. So she obtained the incorrect answer of 287. What should the correct answer be? So take note, we are not finding like what is the original number. I will try and find the correct answer instead. So what did she divide by? She divided by 4, right, instead of 7. And she ended up with 287. So to find this original number first, okay, so original number, we take 287 times 4. Calculate it out, you should get 1148. Now this original number is supposed to divide by 7. So we are supposed to find the correct answer. So we take 1148, divide by 7. 164. So answer 164. Question 26. In the figure below, ABCD is a square. B, G, D, and AGC are straight lines. BF equals to FC equals to CE. So let's mark them out. What fraction is shaded? Okay, so what we'll do is I'm going to treat this as like 1 unit. 1 unit. So this must be 2 units. 2 units. 1 unit, 1 unit. So I'll take the area of the whole square, minus away the 2 triangles plus the small square. Okay, in order to get the shaded part. So the whole square will be 2 times 2. Then one of the triangle, the unshaded triangles, right, will be half times 2 times 1, which is 1. Okay, so this is 1. This is the same, this is also 1. Then for the small square, 1 times 1, which is 1. So this is also 1. So if the whole square is a 4, the unshaded parts will be 3, right? Then the shaded. So 4 minus 1 minus 1 minus 1, which is 1. 1 out of 4. Okay, so the shaded over the total is 1 out of 4, 1/4. Question 27. Ali has 5 liters of apple juice. He pours all the juice into cups. The capacity of each cup is 5/10 liters. What is the least number of cups he uses? What is the least number of cups he uses for all his juice? Okay, so 5 liters is the total. Pour into every cup. Every cup is 7/10 liters. So if you want to find the number of cups, we have to divide, right? So we take the total, divide by the volume in each cup, which is 7/10. How do you do division for fractions? So we apply this KCF, keep, change, flip. Okay, keep the first number, change the sign to times, and you flip the fraction behind. So it becomes 10/7. 5 times 10/7 is 50. Only multiply the numerator. 50/7. 50/7 will be 7 wholes and 1/7. What is the least number of cups he uses for all his juice? Not 7, because that wouldn't be enough. You still need 1 more cup for the remaining 1/7 of a cup. So 7 plus 1. Total 8 cups. Because he said all. So it depends on the question, how they phrase the question, to decide whether you need to add 1 or not. So in this case, he wants to fill up, he wants to contain all the juice, right? So you need 1 more cup. Question 28, figure below, EFG. This is an isosceles triangle. Isosceles triangle has 2 equal sides. So, okay, then we have DEG, straight line. EG equals to FG. EG, FG. That's your isosceles triangle, 2 equal sides. We have 1, 63. Find angle Y. Okay, so first thing we can find is angle on a straight line minus 180 minus 111 to find your GEF. (69 degrees). So this is 69. Since this is isosceles, then this has to be the same. So what we can find is this third angle here. Because with this, I can use 360 to minus 63 and this EGF. So let's find EGF. So 180 minus 69 minus 69. This is 42. So angle Y will be 360 minus 63 minus 42, which is 255 degrees. Okay, so answer 255. Question 29. In this figure below, we have ACDE, a parallelogram, and then we have BDE, a triangle. This is 75, this is 18. BE equals to BD, BE and BD. Okay, we have isosceles triangles. Isosceles triangle. So find AEB, which is this angle marked out over here. Okay, so first, in a parallelogram, opposite angles are the same, right? So this is 75 degrees, which means that I can find B, D, E. And that is the same as this. Okay, let's find this first, B, D, E. 75 minus 18, which is 57 degrees. So this is 57. This is also 57. Now take note, this is parallel lines. Angles between parallel lines adds up to 180. So we take, okay, let's find AED first. Which is 180 minus 75, 105. Now to find AEB, which is what we want, is 105 minus 57 degrees, which is 48 degrees. Okay, so that answer is 48 degrees. Last question, question 30. Mrs. Tan had 4 Y boxes of tarts. Each box contained 15 tarts. She sold 2 boxes of tarts. Given Y equals to 8, how many tarts were left unsold? Okay, Y equals to 8. Then let's find the total number of boxes at first. Okay, total boxes. 4 times 8. So at first, there are 32 boxes. So let's not take 32 times 15 first, okay? Let's not find the total number of tarts first. Let's deal with the boxes first. You have 32 boxes at first. She sold 2 boxes. So how many boxes are left? Which is 32 minus 2. Okay, there are 30 boxes left. Now, question, how many tarts were left? So we take this number of boxes, multiply by 15. So this is 450. Okay, answer 450. If you had taken 32 times 15 first, not wrong. It's just that you have to work with big numbers. And then after that, you have to take 15 times 2 to minus off, right? So you're working with bigger numbers if you do it that way. Do it this way, you only deal with the big numbers at the end. And it's actually 30, so not difficult to multiply. All right, so this is the end of Nanyang Prelim Paper 2023, Paper 1.